Okay, anyway, continue with the story.
Which
Of the
story?
attacking toilet.
Yeah, Clayton, yours.
All right, so we're at the shitty hole-in-the-wall Mexican restaurant for lunch, right? And I'm like, shit, I gotta shit, right? So I'm like, all right, let's find the bathroom. So I find the bathroom. It's like a mile and a half walk to this freaking bathroom. I'm telling you, it's like a freaking huge hallway all the way down to the back behind the kitchen of this restaurant. Anyway, so I get to this bathroom. The doorknob's broken, so they have like this little like lock screwed into the wall that you lock the door with. So I'm like, oh great, this is gonna be great. So I lock the door, go to sit down. I sit down on the toilet, and the fucking toilet rips out of the ground.
Oh, it's great! Oh my god!
There's fucking water spraying everywhere.
Oh
I'm like,
my
I don't know what to
god!
do. So I just turn off the valve, right? Because you could just reach down and turn off the valve. And so I turned off the valve and I went and told the waiter, I'm like, hey, dude, your toilet's broken.
Can I be honest right now?
Huh.
I can't figure out what to drink right now, and it's really starting to stress me out. And it shouldn't stress me out.
Why
but it
is that stressing you out?
It's just really stressing me out. I can't decide what I want to drink right now. I've literally been pacing in my kitchen trying to figure out what to fucking drink. Okay, so here's my story. Here's the Matt story of the great toilet attack of 2019. It sounds like it was a two-front war between you and me, Clayton, actually. Because I think I may have run into an enemy commander. So this is on the road to Tulsa, where I stayed overnight. So the background for this story is, basically, Clayton, is that my buddy was moving from Michigan to Albuquerque. He picked me up in Chicago, and I helped him drive the moving truck, right?
Right.
Which is 24 hours straight in the car. That's its own separate fucking story. I was licking the walls by the end. And it was just like, okay. So our overnight was in Tulsa. This is after Ben had gotten up at 4 a.m. I'd gotten up at 4 a.m., worked out, and he picked me up. We'd both been in the car for about 14 hours by that point, so it's about 9:30 at night, right?
All right.
We pull into the hotel. We walk up to the front desk, and there is no one there. And we just literally, for 10 minutes, I called the phone. You know that phone that those hotel concierges are supposed to take with them? Yeah, that was sitting, like, on the fucking counter. It was sitting there. So I'm sitting here, just getting ready to answer my own damn phone call. And it's just like... And finally this bitch comes out, and it's just like, just clearly had no fucks to give ever again in life. Just so clearly had no fucks to give, right? She's all rude to us, and then Ben had ordered king beds, and she's like, well, we're out of king beds, and we just didn't even want to fight it. We were like, whatever. She mentions offhand during this time frame that there are 4 rooms available, okay?
All right.
Keep that in mind. That's going to be important later in the story, okay?
4 rooms. Got it.
4 rooms available when she checks me in, all right? So Ben goes to his room, I go into mine. I have this like routine I go through whenever I travel, just because I travel so much for work, and so I went through my quote-unquote routine, right? And all my shit was right where it needed to be, emphasizing that everything was out of my suitcase at that point, because everything I bring is what I use, and that's all I bring, right? Again, important to the story. What ends up happening then is I decide, foolishly, that I needed to take a pee. So I go in the bathroom, and this is after I brush my teeth and everything like that. And I go and I have was quite frankly a very, very nice pee, right? So then what ends up happening is I go to flush. This is mistake number 2. First mistake was having to pee. Second mistake was daring to flush this toilet. There's nothing happening. It feels like it's solid. And I'm like, that's weird. I pull the top off the toilet and I look and I'm like, okay, there's nothing. Okay, maybe this is a really, really hard on the tension, right? So I go and I use all my muscle to push down on this toilet. And the moment that happens, I hear a donk. What actually happened was the plug that contains the thing that lets the water in shut off. which meant that the water at flushing pressure came shooting out of the back of the toilet, hit the wall, and sprayed right into my face. It was like a scene out of a sitcom. I'm standing there like fucking Kramer, just watching this water pour onto me, not believing that this is actually what is happening in my life at this particular moment. And so then, I'm like, okay. And I look around in the entirety. So then, this is the moment. Now, this one I deserve because I decided that can't possibly happen twice, can it? And of course it did.
Oh my
It did the exact same thing and sprayed the thing. Now I got out of the bathroom at that one, get really covered by it. But then, literally, there's like 2 inches of toilet water all over my hotel. I'm like, oh god. So I go and I grab my thing. I march downstairs to the hotel desk and I'm like, look, my toilet just attacked me. I need a new room. She's like, oh my god. And she didn't even apologize. The words "I'm sorry" never came out of her mouth. And then when I said, and I just offhandedly said, I need you to put me on a different room on that floor. Mind you, not 20 minutes prior, she had told me that there were 4 rooms available up there. She goes, well, I don't know if there's anything up on that floor. I'm going to have to check. And starts clacking away her computer for 5 minutes. And I'm like, you just told me that there were 4 rooms available. Give me one of those rooms.
Did you tell her
and
that?
You know what? I did. Well, I said something to those effects.
Oh my god.
At which point, she then handed me the key to the room right next to my roommate. So then I had to go and move all of my shit out of that thing. Walked in there, right? And this is the kicker, okay? Went to pee in that toilet because I had to finish my pee.
Wait, hold on. Did you stop midstream?
Yes, I stopped. What else are you gonna do when you have toilet water spraying?
Hey, man.
Wait. My question is, why were you trying to flush the toilet midstream?
No, I finished my pee.
So wait, then why did you have to pee again?
No. Stopped midstream. The fight or flight kicked in. Dealt with it, and then decided I needed to empty my bladder later.
Oh my god.
Wait, why were you flushing midstream?
To be Matthew, regardless if you did or did not, that's what you made it sound like. It sounded like you were.
Look, I just had to pee again. Okay, is that a fucking crime? I pee a lot.
Matthew, it sounded like you had to pee, and then you needed to flush midstream. So as you're peeing, you put your entire body weight on the trigger of the toilet while still peeing.
That's what you made it sound like.
That's not what I meant. I was like, what have I been getting about this?
Were you still peeing when you were talking to this desk lady?
Decided to muck into my territory. Kind of like, you know how Clayton's dog showed dominance by shitting all over his shirt? The same principle. No, but like literally, like the next toilet after I flushed made the exact same badot, and I like literally dive bombed out of the bathroom. And it just turns out it's the sound that it makes, and I don't know what actually burst, but it was just like it literally. I've developed a reflex every time I hear that bonk now.
My question is,
so you had the top off the toilet when you like flushed it?
No, the part that broke.
Right.
Because it was one of those cheap hotel toilets that doesn't actually like sit over. Sorry, cheap hotel toilets that doesn't actually like sit over it, but just kind of perches on top of the toilet. So there's like a gap there.
My question is now.
This is not a good hotel.
When you dive bombed, I'm assuming you were still peeing. Did you get piss all over the floor?
No, I finished peeing.
Since you like the flush while mid pee.
You assume you can dive bomb while you're peeing, also.
Shut up, guys! You didn't make me like choke on a piece of avocado.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I was pretty freaked out when the toilet turned sideways, and you know, I was sitting on it. My pants are on the ground. Everything's hanging out, and the freaking toilet turns sideways, and I'm just like,
Now, were you like
You know
Matthew?
how-
Were you in mid poop while this happened?
no, it's like legitimate. As soon as like my butt cheeks touched the toilet, it just fucking flew across the room. Like,
So basically,
Oh
that toilet was so scared of your shit that it would rather take its own life than accept what comes out of your ass.
oh man, you should have seen that shit. I would have been scared too.
my god.